Good morning. So I've decided to do a little bit of a collective insight into, I suppose, the world, what's happened, and you know where we're at as a collective, and just to give a different perspective on things that have happened and are going to happen. So I thought I decided to share this stuff, as I've known, I guess, about these events that are happening and will happen for a long time now, years, and I guess I've been afraid to share it, so I've decided to share, some of the things, and to try and give a little bit of insight into the why. And you guys can take it as you want to. It's just a perspective. So I guess looking at what's happened over the last year and a half or so, there's been a lot going on. I don't watch the news. I sort of felt, intuitively guided, on my path, and I guess waking up to what I my particular purpose, I guess, or function, in this world, in this lifetime, and at this point of, my particular life and situation, and and all you guys are, going through changes. So I guess I personally went through a lot of changes earlier. So I mean, this stuff that's happening at the moment and is going to happen isn't going to affect me as much, as an individual. So I thought, well, it's really not fazing me. So I could probably, and there's a lot of you guys have gone through the what's called awakening, or these changes earlier. And I mean, these world events and things that aren't affecting you as much. So it is what it is. And I guess to reiterate that events that are coming, right? So there's events coming. So how do I know this? Well, it goes against all belief. We have these beliefs and they trap us, right? They trap us in these little worlds that exist with limits. And the whole idea of what's coming is to break down those limits, to break us out of these beliefs of what's possible. and make us face some of these beliefs we have about what life should be, and and some of these fears that we have. Uh, we don't need them. Basically, we really don't need them. And I mean, there's a lot of different perspectives, the ways you could look at this, but the way I look at it, and from what I know and have experienced in my particular, situation, nature has an intelligence, right? So nature, and we are nature. We've just kind of forgotten about it. We've lost touch with what you want to call nature. And it has an intelligence, not separate from us. Nature is a living organism. It's a living fucking being. It's a living. It's part of us, and we've separated ourselves from that. We've separated ourselves from each other, and I guess the reason why we've separated ourselves from each other is because we have these false identities. Well, we have these false beliefs around who we are. And, I think I've said in previous videos that, this comes from childhood and life, in general. And it's just where we are in evolution. Simple as that. There's no blaming, and there's nothing you have to do about it. Just observe. And it's like a lot of people that I've been talking to lately, and myself, I'm 38 years old, so I'm on average, I'm halfway through my life. And my life, in particular, was, very safe. I felt, and when I say safe in a bad way. So I hid from every fucking thing. Everything. I was fucking scared of everything. I was scared to basically be alive and breathe, right? So I had fear constantly. I was constantly creating fear. Just through being alive. And look, I wasn't scared to die. That's what I told myself. I was scared of judgment of other people. I was scared of being yelled at. I was scared of being hurt. I was scared of being seen. People looking at me, it fucking used to freak me out. What the fuck are they looking at? I developed this little story in my mind that I needed to defend that, right? Because I didn't want to feel scared all the time, so I decided to start defending that. And developed a persona where I was just angry all the time. And I was trying to scare people from hurting me. I just wanted to keep them away because I didn't want to be hurt by other people or the world. And I never used to feel, when I was in this persona, I would always feel quite, I'm not going to say numb, but didn't really used to feel a great deal. And I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that. Suppression of feelings, right? Denial of feelings, because you don't know what the fuck they are. And when you feel them, they don't feel good. So they can't be good, right? Anyway, my particular life was one of hiding in the background, not wanting to be seen. Only time I would let people see me is when it felt right, which was rare. It was rare. And the real me. So I used to hide the beautiful me, the part that I used to hide that from people, because I'd put this like a wall in front of myself around who I am, and I'd be fucking negative on purpose, right? I wouldn't want to outshine anybody else, because I'd get in trouble. If I tried to have fun and just be a kid and enjoy myself, a lot of the times I'd get scolded. So I learnt not to show my true fucking light, or whatever you want to call it, right? Didn't want to show people my sensitive side. I wanted to be a hard ass, so then people can't fucking hurt me, right? And and I kept adding to ideas of myself and things as time went along. And I used to tell myself, there's got to be more to life than this. I knew there was more. I knew there was something else. And I don't really know a lot about religion, right? I don't understand that stuff. I just see a lot of hate and killing and a lot of toxic shit, right? In those religious communities, and nothing against religion. That's the facts of this, from what I see in my perspective. So there's nothing wrong with religions, because you look at every single continent, every single country, every single walk of life. There's some sort of, there's medicine man, and there's all these things. There's voodoo, and there's all these different takes on and different ideas and perspectives on basically something you can't explain. You just know it, right? That is what runs nature. It runs the perfection of what nature is. I mean, you really take nature for granted. A lot of us do. We sort of think that we're the top dog here, we control everything. We run around and we fucking destroy everything. We don't really put a lot back, do we? We don't give a lot back, we just take. That's, when I say we, I'm saying quite a large majority, from what I can see. And to understand where that comes from is a place of lack. So a place of, it's not enough. I need more. You need more of what? What do you need more of? Well, I think I need a better relationship. I need more love. I need more affection. I need them to pay me more attention. I need more money. Definitely need more money. I need heaps more money. I've never got enough money. I don't really like money because it's evil. It's the root of all evil, but I still want fucking more of it. Because I reckon if I get some more, and get enough of it, if I get enough of all these things, attention. Attention from people. If I get more attention from people, then I will one day feel enough. I'll get there. I'm going to do all of these things and try all of these ideas so I can eventually get full of attention, right? So I'll get all this attention and then I'll just feel fucking amazing and fantastic. And what else? I mean, you could write a list as long as you are about what we lack. To focus on what's outside of us. We've been taught to do it. So if you feel a need, we fulfill it outside of ourselves. We collect ideas of ourselves. This goes for our personalities as well. We have been taught to go through life and collect more parts of our personality. So we want to add shit to ourselves. So we still feel that lack inside as well as the lack outside, right? So we're still feeling lack inside. We're constantly looking, searching to fill the void that's there. But we're looking outside of ourselves. To explain, I guess, why we do this, we'll kind of tie in with what's happening in the world today. What's happened and what will happen. See, we accumulate. We take. And when I say take, I'm talking about parts of our personality. We're taking because we're trying to add to parts of our personality. We're constantly feeling the lack. We believe that one day that we will be enough. We'll feel whole and complete. We'll feel it'll be okay then. In the future, somebody's going to come along and make us feel like this. Something's going to come along. A new job. A new car. New fucking house. A pay rise. It's gonna boost our worth, isn't it? It's what we believe. It's what we've been taught. This is what we've been pretty well brainwashed up until this point, right? And we've collected all of these fucking ideas that we're not enough. This is why we're not enough, and this is how we're going to be enough one day. What we don't realise is collecting these ideas, it's like these ideas need to be fed. We need better relationships. So from that idea, I need a better relationship. What are you gonna do there? You're gonna look for somebody who's gonna fulfill all your needs and give you all of their attention, and they're gonna be perfect. They're gonna be this fucking prince or princess that you watched in the cartoons when you were growing up. That's what we think life's supposed to be like. And I mean, has that happened for you? Did you find the prince or the princess that fucking behave the way they do in the cartoons and the movies and things? No. Because they have these expectations of each other in that respect that we can't even fucking meet. No one can get around and act like a fucking prince all day and fucking buy you flowers every day and fucking, you know, do all these cool things. Which, I mean, we do nice things for each other, you know, but we expect these things to fulfill us. We expect so much from other people. We don't allow ourselves to feel loved unless somebody else gives us something cool. Why can't we buy ourselves some fucking flowers every day if we want? You know, why can't we love ourselves the way we want to be loved? Why do we have to put all this expectation on other people? You know, it places this realistic expectations on other people that they don't fucking deserve. And if you do have these high expectations, you probably, you know, attracting people that pretend as well. They pretend to be these people. They pretend that they are these princesses and these princes. And at the end of the day, we're fucking animalistic. You know, we're wild. We're untethered. We're unfucking tamed. We want to run around and have fun. We want to run around and do what the fuck we want to do in life. We don't want to have rules and not saying rules are bad. I'm just saying a lot of the expectations that we've placed on ourselves and others kind of restrict us quite a bit. Why do we fucking have all this shit? Why do we never feel enough? Why do we have this lack? Constantly trying to add to our fucking selves. And eventually you add and you add and you add and you add and does it work? No. This is just a belief. We've been taught to add. We've been taught to add to our fucking beautiful selves. We were beautiful in the first fucking place, when we first fucking stood on this earth, when we first come out of the, you know, womb and stuff. We come out and we were fucking perfect, mate. We were taught to add to ourselves. We had to, because we had to survive most of the time. You know, and a lot of people don't fucking get this. They don't get it. And it's, you know, I'm not trying to say blame your parents, because no, they didn't fucking know any different. They did the same shit. And they, I guess you're this beautiful little creature that's in front of them, and you're just being you. You're fucking crying whenever you want to cry, and you're fucking shitting wherever you want to shit. You know, you'll shit straight on your parents as they're, you know, you have no shame. You don't give a fuck. You're just loving life, man. You're just fucking expressing yourself. You're letting yourself run wild. You're, you know, and yeah, that does rein in a little bit, but we've reined it in too much. We've had these perfect little creations, you know, and we're trying to make them like us. And I mean, to be quite honest, if we're fucking honest with ourselves when nobody's around, which is when we are honest with ourselves, you know, when we're sad and shit, when no one's around, when we've pushed everybody away so that they can't see us in shame, that's when we're honest with ourselves. That's when we're vulnerable. And, you know, at that place, do we feel, you know, that we have all the answers at that place? We don't. But we still impart our beliefs onto our kids. You know, we try to make them like us. We're not supposed to make them like us. They're their own little individual fucking people, and you will learn more from those little people than you'll ever learn from you know, your experiences. You know, these little people are born of fucking, they're born perfect into this world. They're connected with nature. They're connected with fucking higher intelligence, mate. You know, they're little conduits to fun and excitement. They'll fucking teach you how to live. But what we do instead of allowing that, we try and squash it, don't we? Just like we were squashed, you know, because those things, those little lights that are running around and expressing themselves, and why do they get to do that? We're not allowed to do that. And this is the truth. This is the truth. Well, we don't know what the fuck we're looking at a lot of the time. We think they're so cute and they're, you know, they're amazing and all these things, little kids, but we still feel more superior than the kid a lot of the time. Or we do the opposite. We allow the kid to, you know, we're trying to impart our beliefs on these little kids instead of just letting them be. Yeah, our job is to look after them. We wipe their asses, and we feed them, and we show them shit, and we teach them, you know, things about things, and it's great. But we don't really validate them. You know, we don't validate their emotions. So from that place, you know, we don't give a lot of that positive attention. We give, you know, we give negative attention a lot of the time to kids, and we don't give them that unconditional present attention growing up. Present, which means stay out of your fucking head, stay in the now, stay present, stay right here. Listen to what your kid has to say without wanting to try and answer the kid before they've even finished talking. Listen. Connect. You know, you might sit there for a couple of minutes and then your fucking phone starts beeping and you want to see what's going on with the phone. Leave the fucking phone. Who cares? Put the phone down. They're not going to be at that age for very long. And, you know, you don't want your kid growing up. We don't have to give them much attention. Present attention. You can give them present attention, you know, on average 10 minutes a day per kid. And that's enough for them. They don't want much. And they'll give you unconditional love and affection and space. You know, if you give them that attention, they won't be constantly trying to crave negative attention. So for you to yell at them, right? They're doing it on purpose. Anyway, and you sort of can relate to this. We all can. So anyway, it's not about feeling bad about yourself, because it's conditioned into us to you know, you see these little expressions of these little individual unique fucking expressions of life, right, that we have in front of us, and we judge them. We put judgments on them. You know, we've been taught to do this, to judge the kid, to scold the kid, to yell. Yeah, it's fucking hard not to yell. I understand this. You know, I'm not saying it's easy to stop yelling. It's if the conscious attention is a priority, the kid doesn't feel the need to do these things to constantly have your attention all day. You know, they're content with 10 minutes a day. And you know, they still might play up a little bit here and there, but not, I guess, and they won't be constantly craving that negative attention that they usually get. And a lot of people also, that's part of their identity as a parent. Well, yep, this is the way it is, and you know, I'm the fucking boss, you know, all this shit. And it's shit. You can be firm, but you don't need to sort of, I'm talking about these reactions. They're triggering, the kids are triggering your own emotions, and the way you behave is, you know, they're feeding off it. They're learning to feed off this attention, because it's all they can fucking get a lot of the time. I'll go into this a little bit more later, you know, at a later date, kids and things, and I mean, it's, no one's perfect. We're not perfect when it comes to all these things, and we're all learning. So if you're open to that, well, you know, we can teach each other new ways of being, you know. And anyway, so from this place, you know, a lot of the times we had particular emotions as kids, and our parents reacted to it in a negative way. So we've learnt to crave that attention growing up, right? So we're going through life, and we're constantly having the need for attention. We weren't really taught that, you know, we can give ourselves attention and things like this. We weren't taught that, or how to do it. Instead, we were taught to feel bad about how we're feeling. This emotion means this. This emotion means that. So when you're angry, it means you need to yell at people, right? Or you need to fucking go and sulk, you know, or go on. These are the behaviours that we were taught. These are the negative behaviours. We weren't allowed to talk when we were angry or we're sad, because they didn't fucking listen. Because when we're sad, it triggered them to feel angry, to feel more superior. And when we talk to a parent or even another person when they're in that state, they've already got the answer before you've even finished talking. They've already decided what they're going to say before you've even finished talking. They're not listening. So anyway, from that sort of, that perspective, we've learnt to suppress all of our emotions. We've suppressed them. Buried them through ideas of ourselves that are more superior or less superior. We shrink ourselves down, you know, so we don't have to feel our nice emotions. I mean, here's another one. Some people, and myself particularly, afraid to show my positive emotions. Because if I showed my positive emotions, my fun and my excitement, well, I was scolded. You know, I was ignored, or I was, you know, whatever. I'm not going to go there, but that was, so we learned to hide our light. We learned to hide our positivity behind this negative fucking wall of this idea of ourselves, and we get addicted to it. We cling to this idea of ourselves. Whether it be the person that has all this negativity and they've just developed this personality of, oh, I'm so happy all the time. Oh my God. Oh, I'm just so positive, and you know, all these things, but inside they've got all this negativity which they fucking deny. They're denying it. They're scared of it. What is called negativity, negative energy. And you allow that negative energy to come out, you can release it. You release it, you express it in a fucking way that's positive or beneficial, is a better word, is more helpful, you know. So what you call bloody laziness. You know, a lot of us think that's normal to sit around and watch TV all day and things like this, and you know, yeah, we're entertained and things, and we're relaxed, but we do it too much. Our bodies aren't designed to fucking sit around all day. They're designed to be out and exploring and looking around, whether that be your backyard or fucking whatever it is, to the gym. I fucking love the gym. I love exercise. You know, I love all forms of exercise and movement. So there is part of me that it's an emotional part that says, "Oh no, I'm just gonna chill out." Yeah, righto, that's cool. I've noticed for myself that's conditioned. So it's an emotional thing. It's like almost like a little bit of a depression thing, you know. And at that pattern, if you act in that way when that pattern comes along, what happens? At the end of the day, the other side of that same pattern comes in, which just starts beating up on you because you didn't get off your ass. You know. So which side do you listen to? Both sides are fighting with each other. It's because of these stories you've developed on both sides, or been taught to believe about yourself when you feel this way by people that didn't know what feelings were. So we've listened to people, we've learned off people what to do with our feelings, and they don't even fucking know what to do with them. They don't even know what they've been taught. They're miserable. They won't tell you they're miserable. They know they are, because they need to see themselves as more superior, or in some instances less superior. Yeah. So anyway, going back to carrying these emotions around, right? So we haven't learned to release them, we haven't learned to express them, we haven't learned to talk about feelings. When we talk about a feeling, it's, I feel like I'm so pissed off with you. That's not a fucking feeling. The feeling's anger, okay? So we don't need the story, okay? I feel angry. I don't know why. I don't know what to do with it. Because you haven't been taught what to do with the anger. Anger, if you express anger in a positive way, if you talk and you speak the fuck up, don't hold it all in, you talk up, regardless of what other people, you know, if they get offended and things, you've got to speak your mind, and if people actually do give a shit, they'll hang around and they'll listen, right? People that are only there for themselves, they'll leave. Let them leave. Let them go. You know, let yourself express these things. You know, and these anxieties and things. Anxiety and depression are the same fucking thing. Fear of the future, because you don't want the past to repeat itself. Simple as fucking that. So you feel the trigger of fears, right? Fears of the future. And you feel these anxiety things that kick in the silliest places. And then afterwards, you beat up on yourself, don't you? You go into a depression because you didn't, you know, you beat up on yourself because, oh, I got anxiety again, and oh, fucking, I'm never going to change the way to be the person that I want to be, and, you know, all these things. It's the same pattern. It's exactly the same fucking thing. It's just the stories that we tell about each of them are bullshit. It's just an emotion. It's just fear. Just fear. You know? And you've got the other one, which is shame, right? Usually, shame is like the depressive side of it. Shame. We've built an identity around shame. I'm a depressed person. That's why I feel ashamed of myself all the time. And I have anxiety. And we go and tell all our friends about it. And we develop this personality around all this shit. They're just emotions. It's just fear. You can breathe into the anxiety. You can choose to use it. Use it. Use that energy. Find out what to use it for. Go to the fucking gym every day. Use all that energy up. Depression. Those types of things. You can push through those feelings. They're just emotions. They're just shame. Take away the stories that, I fucking don't know what to do about this depression and don't know what to do about that. They're just feeding this. They're feeding the emotions. You know, if you start to accept and learn to relax, well, it's fucking hard. It is tough, but it gets easier each time you choose this and each moment it presents. There are no rules, you know, for these things. They're just emotions. You know, write the little stories down if you want. Write the stories down that you tell yourself about these emotions, and start to dissect some of these things. You know, because at the end of the day, emotions, you're gonna have the up emotion and the down emotion. It's just we've collected them. So the up emotion obviously is like the anxieties and the fucking anticipation and what's the other one? Oh, there's few. Fear of the future. Expectations. You expect something, especially from other people. You expect them to be there, be with you forever. You expect fucking all of these things from these people, right? And when they leave, what happens? Disappointment. Disappointment is the same bloody pattern. Expectations, if you can see yourself, you can prefer something to happen, but don't expect it. Especially don't put that expectations on other people. You push them away. You push them away because you'll try and control them. Because you're expecting them to be a certain person, and maybe they're just not. Maybe they just don't have that capability. Maybe they don't want to be this person that you've fucking concocted in your head who they're supposed to be. And why should they? You know, if you can release the expectations on other people, you release them on yourself. You won't have to be a certain way. You'll just be. That's it. You won't need to be any other way. You won't need to be more this or more that, or have more this or more that. Just fucking be as you are and create. You know, you can let go of these things. That's the thing. This is the thing. We're accumulating. We've been taught to accumulate parts of our identity. We should be letting the shit go. Let go of the identity. And just be here right now. That's it. Start accepting yourself right now for how you feel, whatever the fuck it is. You know, stop making these excuses for how you feel. Oh, I'm just a depressed person. You know, that's sympathy. That you want people to feel sorry for yourself. That's not going to change you. It's not going to change your life. That's not going to do shit. It's just going to make you feel more and more fucking miserable. And a lot of people want to feel miserable. They're addicted to it because it gets them attention, negative attention. Feel sorry for me. You know, it's just this is the collective fucking lies we've been telling ourselves, I guess, you know? And it's fucking told on a collective level. It's through media. It's through fucking everywhere. It's through the news every day. The world is scary because someone's going to come through your fucking door and stab you, you know? And you develop this belief, oh shit, I better fucking be scared my whole fucking life that someone's going to come through that door. They may never come through the door. Or maybe they will, and maybe the day that they do, maybe you fight. You know? Maybe you get hurt. I don't know. Maybe it will never fucking happen. That's what I'm saying. You're creating these ideas and these anxieties of shit that may never happen. And, you know, these anxieties, every thought Every single thought holds a vibration, a particular vibration that is, you know, every single thing in this world has its own fucking vibration. Anyway, put it in that perspective. Every single thing vibrates at a different frequency. Everything. And all you, inside of you, I guess inside of what you call your mind, which is basically the energetic version of your body, and it's not just inside your body, it's outside your body, right? And they've fucking proven all this shit by science. So it's not a woo-woo fucking thing. So people that call me woo-woo, fuck right off. You know, fuck off. It's not about woo-woo, this is about science, mate. And this shit's going to become more prevalent. You're going to learn these things. Just because we can't see, 95% of the shit we can't see exists. It still exists and we've proven it. Just because we can't see it. It exists in vibration. Each vibration has an energy signature. And we vibrate out our energy. It vibrates out of us. It goes out into the fucking world and it finds something that matches its vibration and it fucking brings it to you. Law of attraction. If you have vibrations of, oh my God, I fear somebody's going to break into my house and fucking hurt me. Well, yeah, it's a valid fear, and there's people that it does happen to, right? It's just, you'll attract those people. You'll attract those types of situations where such and such has just had their house broken into and they were hurt. You'll attract these, the one in millions of situations will be that situation, and you'll attract it into your life. You'll turn the news on and there it is. Oh my God, I hope that doesn't happen to me. Oh, well, yeah, righto, it might. You still don't need to fear it until it happens. When it happens, yeah, well, or if it happens, then you'll make a decision. You'll either run away or you'll fucking, you'll call the coppers, or you'll do whatever. You put plans in place. You put these things in place. So if it does happen, well, at least, you're protecting your family. But fearing it and sending out those fearful vibrations is going to attract those types of people around you. Yeah, anyway. So these vibrations, I'll talk about these vibrations a little bit. In our beliefs or our vibrations, what we believe about our emotions vibrates out into the world. So if we feel shame, it's okay. The feeling of shame, it has its opposite, which is, let's just say fucking, what is it again? Fear or something like that, I think. Oh, it's like the opposite of shame is it's a fear anyway, right? So it's an upper fear, and then the shame's the lower fear. Positive, negative, yin fucking yang. It's part of life, yin and yang. Fucking positive, negative, darkness and light. Whatever you want, however you want to fucking call it, whatever you want to, however you want to look at it. It's part of life. It's the part of duality. Duality is there are two, and it's great because from two, then it can be four. Then from four, there'll be eight. And every single thing is unique and new and exciting. Each person is new, unique, and exciting. We've tried to make them all the same. We're not all the same. We're all here to give the gifts of ourselves back to the world. In a positive way. When I say positive, I don't really like the word positive, because to get around positive all the time is bullshit. Have positive thoughts. I guess I was the opposite, so I would get around negative all the time and deny my positive. A lot of people do the opposite. They get around all positive all the time and deny their negative shit, which comes out in toxic fucking ways, in a lot of ways. There's lots of disappointment for people. They have all these big expectations of things are going to be great, and they don't ever face the fact that they've got some negativity inside them, and they can release it if they like, or they can put it into more productive channels, right? Anyway, going into, so that's what you want to call suppression. ideas about ourselves around emotions. All these ideas are designed to keep us away from the emotions. They're designed by, you know, let's just say fucking collective humanity at the moment. And yeah, things are changing a little bit. I see a lot of positive things changing. And I see a lot of people in a lot of pain at the moment as well. And I can explain that exactly, but I might not have quite have enough time to explain that now. But anyway, so we've accumulated all these new thoughts. We keep adding new thoughts to our who we are and our identity, and they all have different vibrations. Every single thought has a particular vibration, which, let's just say, if our mind is our body, right? So let's say our mind is energy, okay? And there's it's in a field around us, I guess, what you call gravity, which can't be explained. They can't explain gravity. They can't measure it. It's gravity that holds this energy around us, right? All these little ideas keep popping into our minds, and they come through. Let's just say they cross our mind, and then they disappear, and then they go away for a while, and then again, the same thought will come through. There it goes again. We watch it. We can watch it, or we can entertain it as part of who we are, and we can act on it if we want to. We can let go of those thoughts in each moment. We don't have to be those thoughts. We let go of those thoughts. They might be they might be fears, right? So every single thought has a vibration, and then has let's just say, a reaction in the body. A reaction not only in the body, but a reaction in the physical world. We'll start with the body. So every thought triggers a vibration and brain waves, if you want to call it that. Brain waves that actually fucking have a vibration. So they have a effect on our cells on a cellular level. They have an effect. What type of effect do you think negative thoughts, or, you know, thoughts about ourselves that are bullshit, would have on our body? Because our body is, it's kind of like we can listen to our body, it can talk to us. It has its own intelligence. And we just don't listen to it. If we listen to, when we think about things that are shit, right? And we how do we feel after that? Pretty shit. It triggers on a cellular level through the vibration of the thought, triggers the cell to, behave in ways. All the cells, we have, I'm not going to be a fucking scientist here, but we have a lot of cells in our body. Probably trillions, billions, I don't know. There's a lot. Each cell reacts to each thought, and each cell reacts in either a harmful or a non-harmful way, because the chemicals that are created within the brain and the other parts of the body triggered by these thoughts can slowly kill us, These, what are they called? Cortisone, I think it's called. Cortisol. But yeah, I mean, I do know what these things are, it's just not quite, you can Google this shit anyway yourself. But, and then we get around and we sort of feel like shit all the time because of these thoughts, and we think we are these thoughts, we believe these thoughts, and then they create these shit feelings in our body. So anxieties, right? So you have all this cortisol, and when it goes away, then there's just the downturn. There's the lack of energy. There's the opposite of that. There's So we get addicted to creating these thoughts because the cortisol, well, I think it's called cortisol, but what the chemical, we're addicted to the chemicals from these thought patterns. It's all related. So each thought you have creates a reaction in the body. From that creates your reality, because your body feels like shit and you believe you fucking feel like shit. You're not going to get off your ass and go and do something, are you? You're not going to go and do some exercise, because you get addicted to that as well. You get addicted to feeling like shit, man. It's part of your personality now. I'm depressive. I've got depression. Feel sorry for me. I'm gonna, I need people to come and feel sorry for me, and like, I'm not making fucking fun, because I've had all this shit. I know what it's fucking like. I've had it my whole life. I'm breaking free of this shit. Breaking free of anxiety and depression. It's one thing. And how do you do it? You let go. You start to let go of the thoughts of yourself. You start to let go of basically who you think you are. You start to let go of ideas of yourself. You don't need to accumulate anymore. You are enough right now. You start to that can be your priority. Right now, however I feel is okay. It's not part of my identity. If I relax, if I learn to relax and do what I want to do anyway, regardless of how I feel, do what I fucking want to do anyway. Push through it. Those nicer chemicals. You can shock the body. You can shock the body. You can trick the body basically into believing that it's. Oh, what's the emotion? Oh, what's the chemical? I'm trying to think. Fucking endorphins and things. These things. They're activated through moving the body. Push the body. You're not the mind. You're not the thoughts. You can. You're not the emotions either. The emotions of shame you're gonna tell yourself, oh, I'm depressed. That's depression. No, you feel shame. You feel shame. By telling yourself these stories, I'm a depressed person, it feeds the shame. It feeds the emotion. We were taught to do it. It recreates those shit chemicals which make you feel tired and lethargic, because you're entertaining these thoughts. You haven't learned to quiet your mind. Fucking meditation, not very good at meditation. There's lots of different ideas, and meditation is quite simply bringing your attention to the present. You can do it while you're walking to go and pick your mail out of your mailbox. You don't have to sit there and fucking watch the thoughts. I mean, it is helpful, and it is to sit. What I'm saying is I sit every day. I sit every morning, and I let go. Every single thought, let it go. Focus my attention. It's not that I'm just like rejecting all the thoughts. I'm just, okay, there's that thought. That's cool. There's an emotion. Oh, that's cool. And they'll all come up, these emotions and thoughts and things, and your body's just trying to recreate all these shit chemicals and things to try and get you to, to not do this because it feels uncomfortable. Yeah, it does feel a little bit uncomfortable, but then there is a point where there's a tipping point. You can do guided meditations. You can do go to the gym. That's a meditation. Go and play sports. That's fucking meditation. These things. We've just got to find these things. What's right for you? Go for a walk on the beach. Relax. Get out of your fucking head. What brings you? When does the personality disappear? I mean, these are the questions you've got to ask yourself. What can I do, not to make the personality disappear, but just to let it go quiet for a while, where it doesn't matter, where you're just fully present in this moment. These are the things we should be searching for. Not better partners or better fucking situations. Start looking at ourselves and you know, the mind is constantly taught to fucking think. Think. We need to think about this. Oh, we need to think about this. Oh, fuck, we need to think about this. You know, and sometimes we could just not. We don't have to think. We can just, it's okay just to let it, be still and quiet. We can just sit in the backyard and just listen to shit. Look around. We don't have to think about what they are and put labels on things and, you know, add parts of our identity to something. Things can just be as they are. You know, you look at these types of things. Anyway, so going back into why these things are happening anyway. So we're addicted to these stories of ourselves. We're addicted to these stories we've attached around these emotional, what you'll call emotional attachment, right? We've got an emotional attachment to people, things, our ideas of ourselves. So basically, the intelligence that we are knows better. It knows that we're fucking better than this. It knows that we're more intelligent than just to sit around and slowly fucking die from these, recreating these chemicals. We're creating these thoughts. We're creating our physical reality with these thoughts, and we can let these old thoughts go. I'm saying we can, find that thing. If you're serious about it, you can sit yourself down, however long you feel you need to, a couple of times a day, and learn to quiet your mind. Learn to let go of the thoughts. You don't have to let go of anything physical. You don't have to change your relationships or your family or any of that. You just let go of some thoughts. It's not hard. With that, a lot of emotional stuff comes up because you haven't faced it. We haven't faced all these things like these panic, What have we faced recently? What's fucking nature want us to face and stop suppressing and realise it is okay to feel? Panic is one. I don't sort of watch the news. I've sort of, my inner guidance has told me to step away from all that shit. All the drama, the things that I need to know, I know. Someone will tell me about it, or I don't go looking for it. It comes to me, but I need to know about this situation. I don't have an emotional attachment to these, oh my god, this is so bad, this is what's happening. Yeah, people are dying, it's not nice. It's just, I'm not going to make myself feel like shit about it. I'm still alive. I'm still kicking. I'm not going to recreate those chemicals that make myself feel shit about someone dying over there, or my family, parts of my family could die. I don't know. They probably fucking will. I don't know. I'm not going to entertain those thoughts right now. I've got things in place that the world's putting things in place to keep us safe, right? Yeah, okay. Well, it is what it is. It's the intelligence of nature. It's our intelligence that's coming out of us. We're releasing all of these old shitty emotions. If we release these emotions, if we face them, if we feel them, if we know it's okay and we relax into them, we let them go, what goes with them? The thoughts. The thoughts go with them. It's what we don't know. If we feel these emotions, we experience them, yeah, they're shit. But the thoughts, when we finally do let go and realise that we can use these emotions to our advantage, they're not bad. The thoughts go with them. The thoughts fucking disappear, and what's left there after that? There's just the emotion. There's just an emotion. Simple as that. When I feel anger, it means I need to express myself. It means I need to be assertive. Not suppress, not sit there and whinge and complain and play the victim. about, oh, I feel so angry because such and such did this to me, and oh my God. Fuck, mate, speak up. Do something about it. If you can't do something about it, learn a new way. Fucking go to the gym and let some of that energy go. Go and express yourself in a way that's beneficial. Not sit there and think about it. Let the thoughts think. Go and do what you want to do anyway. Let the mind trigger the emotions. The subconscious mind is going to trigger these emotions up, right? And nature itself is providing the doorway. It's making us face our shit. It's making us, it's fucking forcing us out of this way of being, suppressing our emotions and the stories we tell about our emotions. Okay? So there's possible stories, it wasn't me, but I mean, I've noticed that panic. When there's panic, well, what do? You need to fucking be selfish, right? So that's a belief. Okay, I need to look after myself when I feel panicked. And that's what people did. And you know, you look at all these other behaviours and things, and they're bringing all these nature, the universe, fucking whatever you want to call it, whatever it is for you, it doesn't fucking matter, is helping us to release all this shit. You know, fear of death and things. You know, people die, and we have this emotional attachment, and it fucking, some people it kills them. You know, people die. Yeah, it's sad, but and it's, you know, some people die horribly, and I've had people that die. You know, and I've also had people that die peacefully. You know, peacefully and gracefully, without that resistance, and they still exist. You know, this can go right into the depths of the taboo or whatever you want to call it, but we don't fucking die. We don't. And they still are, I mean, the personality, the mind, the ego lives on. But that's a choice. You know, it's the ideas we have around death, which we resist. We resist these ideas. We don't want to feel pain, and who fucking does? Because pain's, you know, it's not comfortable. There's things we know we haven't learned about pain though. Pain is a doorway to being present, to bring us to face our shit. Get out of our heads. Pain will pull you out of your fucking head and sit you on your ass until you face shit. You know, and it's not like I'm trying to be fucking, you know, vindictive or whatever. It's the truth of it. We face our pain. It's not fun. We release our pain. We release our thoughts. We releasing fucking negative shit toxins into our body. We feel fucking better. We start to have new ideas, epiphanies. We start to live better. Slowly, gradually. Each time we choose to accept and acknowledge what's going on in this moment, in every fucking moment, you need to do this. Every moment. Make that choice. It is okay what's happening in this moment. It is okay to just relax, because I am safe. Unless you're not safe, unless someone's actually trying to physically hurt you. But a lot of the times you're in the supermarket and you feel unsafe. You know, this is psychologically unsafe. Well, notice that. Notice the pattern. Okay, so there's the unsafe pattern. It's invalid. It's the emotion's there. The emotion is valid, yeah? It does deserve your attention. It's the thoughts that don't deserve your attention. The thoughts about it. The thoughts about, you can let thoughts go. You can slow your mind. You can just be here now enjoying the fucking moment. And when the moment's not enjoyable, you can accept that. You can bring acceptance to it. And if it's that bad, that shit, you don't even want to fucking think about these concepts, you can surrender to it. Yeah, surrender to a higher fucking intelligence. Or what people call the soul. You know, the soul, and there's all these different words for these things, and oh, my way is correct and your way is wrong. Well, there is no fucking wrong. You gotta understand this. We're all one, man. We are all connected. Science has proven it. Fucking Google it. Go on YouTube. It's connected. It's quantum fucking physics have proven that all of existence, if you sucked out the space in between all of the particles, which are the physical things in this fucking universe, you suck out the space, the matter will condense into the size of about a fist, right? Can you fathom that with your mind, right? You can't control that. Think about, they've proven that, I think it's another thing, quantum physicists or whatever it was, we are 99.99999 fucking keep going percent space. You look at an atom, you look inside of an atom, and you can see that there's matter, and then there's the other matter that is going around. So what you would want to call gravity is moving the other matter around the other matter, which is creating a vortex, a field, right? And the space in between those two pieces of matter, according to their size and the size of the atom itself, is 99.9999 fucking keep going space. What does that tell you? We're mostly space. I mean, you could fathom that? We're mostly space. This is what we are. This is what the soul is. It fucking is, beyond comprehension of existence. So existence is supposed to be enjoyed. We're supposed to be here to have fucking fun, not carry all this shit around. And we use our minds to create the thoughts. We allow our minds, let's say, to allow ourselves to be ourselves, which creates nicer thoughts about ourselves, because we feel better and we have nicer thoughts about ourselves and other people around us. Creates a different vibration which attracts more of that shit. That's what our minds are created for. They're created for what's the word? Manifestation. Law of attraction. We use these thoughts, we send them out. We like that thought, we focus on that thought. So it's a fucking nice thought. It makes us feel good, we send that out into the universe. It hits another thing of the same vibration. That thing is on its way to us. We don't have to do shit. We sit back and just let that thing come to us. We know that there's a higher consciousness that's doing it all for us. And that part of it is us as well. So it's the dichotomy. Google dichotomy if you don't know what dichotomy is. It's one thing, but it's also more than one thing at the same time. They've proven this by science as well. So, it's all stuff that's coming out, and let's just say nature wants us to release all of our old emotions, face them, let them go. And some people, let's just say individual people, didn't choose that as part of their journey, and I guess you could say that that's when they do that thing that we call die, right? They've done what they've achieved, what they, I guess, wanted in this lifetime, and they want to go and what is it? Transform. Body dies, you transform. You're still here. You're just in a different perspective. You can stay here and help people. You can stay here to, exist in that other plane. There's other things that I'll talk about in future videos to help you understand this shit, because I fucking experience it day to day, and I want some of you guys to experience that as well, and to help you as if you are. And you know, just help in general, just to help see different perspectives on things. Yeah, so this video's gone for a while now. I'll make some more about some more things, and I've completely missed the topic that I was going to talk about in the first place. So I'll have to come back and tell you more about the future, what's gonna happen, what you're gonna face, and you know what humanity is gonna be forced to face. This is what's happening now in comparison to what's coming is nothing. You know, I can't even believe what's going to be coming. And, you know, we're getting ready for that. So, anyway, I'll share some more of that in another video. Peace.